top of the morning to you, Paris. We are on our way to see the Cathedral of the Armed Forces of Russia. This is a cathedral that the very floors are built from previous battle tanks that have been destroyed by the Russian Armed Forces. This is a cathedral to show the glory of the Orthodox faith and to show the strength of the Russian people. So this will be a very interesting episode, as I am an Orthodox Christian and I am very excited to see this particular cathedral. Anyway guys, check it out. Alright guys, so the trip to get to this place is quite far for me. It's about a 3-hour trip, multiple buses and trains. So we're making our way through the heartland of Moscow. So we're at the actually very edge of Moscow at the moment. What we need to do is get through the center and get to the other side of Moscow. So it's a little bit of a trip. And the good thing is, guys, as a traveler, if you can ask the locals for help, they've always been really helpful. Like, I mean, super helpful. Everyone's always really willing to, to give you a hand or tell you in which direction to go if you don't know. But that being said, with the Yandex Maps app, like, traveling and getting around is so much easier. Anyway guys, let's see how long it takes us to get there. It says 2.5 hours, but let's see if it takes us a little bit longer. Anyway, flat out. So here I am on my way to the Armed Forces Cathedral, and just behind me, as you can see, there's on the way there, so this is still in Moscow, we have some paintings towards the forces of 1940s that defeated the Nazis, guys. So as you can see, very rich in history, and Russia is obviously very proud of its military tradition, guys. So you'll see these kind of paintings, statues and monuments across the whole city. So guys, I have gotten to the town of Golitsino, which is the closest town to where the Church of the Armed Forces of Russia are, or this is where you would catch the bus from anyway. As you can see, it's a cool little place. As soon as you get off the station, there's a whole bunch of shops there ready to greet you. Some music's going. It's early in the morning, but we're about to get on the bus and head off. Anyway, guys, we're definitely going to check out the food scene here a little bit later on. But as you can see, it looks cool. Well guys, here I am at the Cathedral for the Armed Forces of Russia, the Russian military's cathedral behind me, just there. And the feeling here is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. This place it's magical. It's huge. It's literally a monument to history and to all the soldiers, the history of Russia, the warriors of Russia. And let me tell you, there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing I have seen in my life that can describe the sensation I'm having right now. It's it's awe. It's literally awe. To stand here, you feel as if you're standing on the shoulders of giants. To put it, to take a quote from history, you know, it's incredible. It's beautiful, and let's have a look around. You'll see the parade ground, as you can see behind me, is huge, and I'm sure many drills have been carried out here, and this is a place where obviously soldiers would be standing to attention, marching and parading. But the awe here is incredible. It's funny, I'm usually not lost for words, but I feel like there is no words that I can express, except this is one of those places where you have to come once in your life to understand how magnificent it is. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There is just nothing like it I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, as we approach the temple, as you can see, the symbology is quite beautiful. Obviously, you have the flag of Christ the Savior just there above, if you can see. Now, you see these steps, every one of these steps, all this is made from defeated battle tanks, enemies of the Russian Federation, enemies that dared to fight Russia and ultimately paid the ultimate price. And as a monument to Russia and its glory, you can see here this entire temple is dedicated to the victory over its enemies and to a victory against the Germans and victory against a lot of foes that have decided to come to this land. When you walk here, you literally feel as if you're walking on the steps of history. It's incredible. So what you'll notice here is that every part of this underchamber or the lower chamber is covered in mosaic art. Everything from the ceiling are covered in mosaic, and they're intricately made, and they're absolutely stunning. Inside they just sparkle like the night sky. It was breathtaking, and in my ignorance I thought this was the main part of the church, but this is nothing yet, guys, compared to what you're about to see next. So if you guys are enjoying the video so far, please give it a like, comment, and a thumbs up. But this kind of beauty, I wanted to take my time with it so you guys can appreciate it in its full majesty. And I didn't want to really cut through parts so you guys can experience all of it in the event you can't make it to this place. Hey guys, I just wanted to make a point. This is a voiceover. Obviously, I wouldn't be talking like this, in a holy temple. So, my wife brought it up. She's like, "Vlad, are you doing like, share, subscribe in a holy temple?" And it says no, guys. But in here, I try to be as quiet as possible and just show you guys the beauty of it without me kind of talking while I'm there. So guys, in this particular room there's a lot of mosaic art, specifically towards the Angelic choir, which I found really interesting because the upper floors were more towards the Russian people and the saints around Russia, but in this particular room it was definitely around the angels, so please take notice of that. So there you have it, guys. This is just the bottom floor, and there's so much more to show you, but the art is breathtaking. It's actually breathtaking to see this. Look at that. Amazing. Now, to our viewers, what you'll notice is, see those angels up there with the multiple wings, the 6 wings? They're known as seraphim. The seraphim are the highest choir of angels. They're the angels that one of them protects the Garden of Eden. Michael, Uriel, Gabriel. These are all of the main angels, and there's a lot of homage to them. So you'll notice the symbology of the 6-wing angel quite often, and the regular angels that we know as with 2 wings, they're part of the regular angel choir, and your guardian angel will be a part of that particular hierarchy of angels. But if you see the 6-wing angel, it's a very, very specific angel, and you'll see the symbology around the entire church. They're known as seraphim. There was a very interesting interview with Michael Francis recently with a famous influencer everyone knows as Andrew Tate, who converted, or reverted, I should say, to Islam. And one of his comments was about feeling something. And if you know the story of how Russia became Orthodox, part of that story is when our Russian envoys went searching for the faith of Russia. They went to Byzantine at the time, and they found the temple of Helga Sophia, and within that temple they found heaven, and they reported it back to Vladimir, and Святой Vladimir, or Saint Vladimir, then ordained Russia to be Orthodox. And this is why the beauty of the Orthodox faith is amazing. Oh wow. So guys, this is the baptism chamber. This is where you get baptized, and it is stunning. I would assume to get baptized here would be one of the highest honors, but it is a magnificent place. So guys, what you see behind me is where baptisms would obviously be occurring. So this is one of the most beautiful baptism baptism pools I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absolutely stunning. And then obviously if you have a baby, then like my kids, they got baptized in a little pool like this. So let me show you. So you can see baptisms here, and then for the adults, there would be baptisms in there. And this is a monument to all the great Christians of Russia. You have the Bogateri here, which are Russian warriors.
Не спешите.
If you can look at the intricate delicacy of every single painting, it looks incredible. The artmanship, the colors. And then if you look at the ceiling itself, it's as if you're looking into heaven. The attention to detail is incredible. Not only the icons are beautiful, but if you even look here, the walls, the structures, everything, even down to the smallest details, are all beautiful. Красота. Я не думаю, что на планете есть такое.
Красотища, да?
Да.
А дальше будете вообще сейчас, мы на второй этаж пойдем с вами поднимемся. На втором этаже были?
Еще нет.
Нет? Нет. Сейчас поймете, какая. Я как раз в Австралии, а я просто... Раньше в милиции была. Снимайте. Возьмите себе, она вам пригодится.
А то, ну.
3 штучки, мы в Любой Троицу. Берите 3 штучки,
ага.
Пригодится вам.
Вау. О!
Вот это все флаги. Если после немцев оставили, что после Второй мировой. И так вокруг ходить, я здесь и буду. Ходите, пока снимаете.
My friend is telling me that see these flags, they're found from the old World War II battles against the Germans and against the fascists. They took their flags. And as I said before, the very floor is made from defeated German battle tanks. As you can see, the angels, the seraphim, the warrior caste of heaven are featured here next to the soldiers of Russia throughout history. There's nothing I've ever seen that is like this. So guys, as I said, downstairs there's a lot of symbology around the angelic choir, saints from the Bible. In the upper temple, what you'll notice is there's a big leaning towards the historical, faithful elements of Russia, in addition to the Mother Mary and Jesus Christ, of course, God and the angels. But you'll also notice that within these depictions, there could be questions about the time that communism didn't allow the Orthodox faith, and nonetheless, the people of the time still had faith, because that is one of the most beautiful elements of the Russian faith, that it still persevered even when it wasn't allowed. So I want you guys to take close attention to that. That is the strength of the Russian faith within the concept of orthodoxy, within the strength of Jesus Christ, and what the people within Russia believe in, and why it's so important for them, and why it's so important for them to be understood, and how it's linked to their warrior caste. And I'm sure some viewers at this point will be asking themselves, well, didn't Jesus teach to turn the other cheek? And I would have to also add an element of Latin in here, and si vis pacem per bellum, which basically translates, if you want peace, prepare for war. This is a common theme between Catholics, Christians, Orthodox. It doesn't matter, because ultimately lying down and accepting defeat will never bring peace. It just brings more war. And I'm sure many people have seen the cycle of strong men versus weak men in hard times and easy times. And this is why it's always important to be strengthful. So, as I said, I don't know if I'm going to do a service that is right for this video, because it's so difficult to show everything. It really is. It's so beautiful. So guys, I hope you can see. I hope you can see how magnificent this church is, and I hope you can understand. When earlier in one of my videos, I mentioned that history is really important, and this place is both a monument to history and a place of worship, and the two coincide so closely in Russia, in Russian history and culture. The church, faith, love for God is entwined within the Russian identity. The Russian people
So it's very important to understand how these two core pillars of society intertwine, and you can see that in the architecture and the structure. This is a temple built with passion, is not strong enough of a word. This is built with precision and a holy soul that wanted to bring this to life, and it is incredible. So here I am at the Armed Forces of Russia's temple, the church, the main Khram, as it says in Russian, for the warriors of the Russian Federation. And as you guys will see soon, it is breathtaking. There is nothing that I've ever seen in my entire life that can compare to this. This is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and it is definitely a monument to the history of Russia, to the warriors of Russia, to the culture of Russia. And when I show you around, you'll see the detail that goes into this church, that goes into this place of worship, but this place of history. And as I was saying earlier, the history of Russia is very much entwined with the faith of the Russian people. They go hand in hand, and it's very important to understand that. And when you understand that, you'll see why there's such a attention to detail when it comes to churches that also share the history of this place. I hope you guys enjoy it. Indulge in prayer. If you do enjoy it, please leave a like down below and leave a comment on what you think of this place.